let's just have the quarterback conversation right now. It is going to be Caleb Williams number one, okay? If it's the Bears or somebody else, Caleb Williams is going number one in this draft. We have 2 months to listen to noise. I mean, the draft is April 25th. So really it's 3 months, 2.5 months to try to hype up someone else. It's not going to be anyone other than Caleb Williams, and I'm sorry for ruining the surprise. The question becomes, does anyone trade to number one to take Caleb Williams? And the question beyond that is, where do the quarterbacks stack behind him? And does somebody like Joe Alt, the Notre Dame tackle, or Marvin Harrison Jr., the Ohio State wide receiver, get in between the quarterbacks after Caleb Williams in the top 5? I am sorry, Bears fans. It's not going to be Justin Fields next year. And I'm not anti-Justin Fields. I just don't see it. It can't. Organizationally, even though the president of the Bears just came out, Kevin Warren, who's the former commissioner of the Big Ten, when Justin Fields was playing quarterback at Ohio State in the Big Ten, said a lot of really nice things about Justin Fields. I don't doubt his sincerity. But organizationally, it makes, look at me if you're on camera, if you're looking at the TV, 0 sense. 0 to keep Justin Fields. 0. Unless you believe that he is your quarterback for the next 5 years and is worthy right now of upwards of $42 million a year. The Justin Fields contract negotiation, if I'm representing him, begins at Daniel Jones. And the Giants are already regretting that deal. It begins at Daniel Jones. If you are willing to guarantee Justin Fields right now north of $40 to $42 million a year and guarantee at least those first 2 and really make it hard to get out unless you're there for 3, so we're talking $120 million. If you're ready to do that right now, then do it. But if you're not, move on. Reset your financial clock and take the one that everyone agrees is a generational talent. If you don't think he wants to play for it or his dad's going to mess everything up, I don't buy that necessarily. Who cares? Take him. Deal with that later. Just deal with it. Trade Justin Fields, get something. Both can be true. Justin Fields is a good player and a good kid with a bright future, and it makes more sense to trade him. Both can be, and in my opinion, are true. They're true. Just move on. I'm sorry. I found somebody younger and hotter and cheaper. And that sounds so dehumanizing, but it's unfortunately the business. Yep. It's just the way it works. It's never personal. In this case, it truly is business. Now, could you do the Tua thing and pick up his 5th year, but punt on the extension? You could.
Why?
That just is kind of awkward. Either way, radio listeners, Trevor Sycamore right around the corner will continue this conversation.
Yeah, I think you're just due Fields a solid, send him to a good situation, whether it's Pittsburgh, which is kind of the betting favorite, or Atlanta.
I like Atlanta.
Which is where he's from. And then you just hit reset on your franchise and on the pay scale for your quarterback.
And that's the big thing. It's hitting reset on the pay scale. Now, as for Atlanta, I spoke to Arthur Blank on NFL Network on Friday, the owner of the Falcons, and among other things, he said with Bill Belichick, there was no offer and it never came down to control. There was never a conversation, I need this control, therefore you're not the guy. What he also said, and he just kind of followed on how I led him there, I said, the conversation with Belichick is, well, it's okay, let's say he's there, but who's going to be the quarterback? Mr. Blank. And I said, and now, and then he kind of jumped in, now it's the same conversation. I get it. He goes, because he didn't say we need to find a quarterback, but he agreed, that is the big issue. And we are working through those options. So the Falcons, again, picking 8th, a tradition because it's almost Masters season. A tradition truly unlike any other. The Falcons picking 8th. It happens every year. They've got to figure out what to do. Is Jaden Daniels there at 8? That would be awesome if it were.
Oh, no way, though, right? They'd have to trade up.
Can I flip a 2 to the Bears and get Georgia native Justin Fields?
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.